Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me setting up my Just Scribbles planner for 2025. Before this video, I laid down my vinyl stickers on the front that I wanted to have decorate. So I put down all of the clear stickers with the gold foiling on it is from a collection from the Honeybee shop. Then we have Sticker Shine Studio with the girl and the unicorn. The girl there is going to be from the Fayware Iridescent Collection Pet Tape that is on Amazon. Of course, I'll put links below of majority, if not all, of the supplies that I used during this video. The 2025, of course, is from CoffeeMonsterzCo. And the girl, I don't know where I got her, but she's been in my die cuts forever and she needed to be used. So I really, really do like how my front cover turned out. It's busy enough for me, but it looks like it's simplistic enough to not be like throwing it in somebody's face. So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is editing slash voiceover worry. First time that's ever happened. Normally, when I edit my videos, it is very minimally edited. So, like, we're just taking little snippets that I make, cut the dead air on the beginning and the end off, and smush them together. But with all transparency, this video, after all the stuff that I did, because it is a planner setup video, it was like 2 hours long, unedited. And I love me some planner setup videos, and I'm good with them playing in the background. But with this being my first one, I did not want to, I don't know, deter y'all from watching any other videos that I post ever again because it is a crap ton of minutes to be stuck in here. So we're trying this route. There's going to be some learning curves and everything else like that. I mean, I think this is probably my sixth, seventh time trying to even record the beginning part of this. So it is what it is. But what y'all came here, or hopefully have stayed here for, is to watch me set up my 2025 planner. Starting off, whenever I set up a book-bound planner, I always try to make the initial front two, like opening pages, pretty. I'm a firm believer that if you enjoy your planner and like visually, aesthetically, you're more apt to use it. So for me, I have always put scrapbook paper in the first two pages, just to kind of cover up like, the, I'm so used to Hobonichi and stuff like that. Like the cream color, cream is not my vibe. I can handle cream paper throughout like my planning part of it, but like if I want to decorate with like stickers and like vinyls and stuff, I don't know, I have to get it to where it's like not as blank in the back. So I put some scrapbook paper down. So you're going to see the whole process of me setting up this planner. You're going to see mistakes that I made. You're going to see that things are never perfect when you set up a planner. So one advice that I have for you is to not to get discouraged if the planner that you set up has flaws in it, because it's going to. There's always going to be flaws. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. No content creator has a perfect planner. One of my favorite watching is like Jashi Corinne on YouTube. She does bullet journal setups, and God love her because she does a lot of them. And this, like energy wise, doing this took a lot out of me. Like normally, I just set up my planner and I'm by myself, which virtually I was. I mean, I filmed this. I put some YouTube videos down and stuff like that and just watched those because I knew I was going to do voiceover and everything else like that. So I was just bebopping along on my way. But it's also one of those things that you do in the back of your mind realize that you're filming this for a video. So it's kind of one of those like you can take your time, but you can't really take your time because you're going to have even more editing to do. So you'll see my shirt sleeves change colors because I think I've filmed this on 3 different days, um, and everything else like that. You're gonna see where me filming, like it, I'll refilm some pieces because like my phone said it was on like 10%, and you know when it does that, it kind of like funkifies the way that your like screen looks while you're recording. And again, new to this, I was not 100% sure that it was still actually recording. Like, it makes sense in my mind that it would still be recording because that little pop-up does not show on my camera, it shows on my screen. But I didn't know about what it interfered with. So you may see some stuff that like it looks like I went over it twice. I did. I probably did. But I always put a nice little pocket like this down because I like putting stuff in there, like little pictures and stuff like that, little notes. But the pocket itself, I think, is from Every Minute a Story, maybe. Honestly, I'm not too sure because I got it in a D stash from, I think it's like BST Hose Washi on Facebook. Um, and it's just cute. It went with the pink vibe. It looked adorable, so I put it there. What you're seeing me do with the washi is every planner girl's nightmare when it comes to washi. Washi is repositionable. That's the whole reason why we like washi. However, when you have washi for so long, like we all hoard washi, like I can't tell you how old this grid washi is. I mean, it's probably like 3 to 4 years old minimum. So it loses its stickiness. Um, like putting the washi on that binding alone is kind of iffy sometimes just because you're opening and closing it and you're stretching that paper out. So my recommendation would be once you've decided where that washi is going to go on those pages, just take some sticky tape and make sure that sucker doesn't move, uh, or else you're going to get frustrated every single time you open those pages. Um, you saw me a little bit ago with like some deco trying to figure out if I wanted to put it on those pages. Wasn't really 100% sure that that's what I wanted to do, so I decided on the page that nobody likes of a planner because you've got like a centimeter or two of one page being glued to the other. Something that can't be avoided. It's fine. It happens in every planner. But it's the page we know we're going to get that we hate. Most people usually glue it together. I chose to just decorate some more. So I found this pretty blush colored scrapbook paper with gold bows on it that matched the florals. Um, I wanted to make sure to put my clear cover on before I went too far with this setup, primarily because one, I'm moving my planner around a lot on my desk and I can't guarantee what's going to get on my desk during this setup, so I want to protect the integrity of the cover. And two, these vinyl stickers that I have on there, some of them, not all of them, some of them were starting to kind of come up just because of the material that the planner cover is made out of. It's kind of like a vegan leatherette type cover. So it's like, it's porous, it's soft, and stuff like that. It's not paper, it's not cardstock. So stickers, depending on the type of sticker, the type of stickiness it is, kind of questionable on whether or not they wanted to stay. So I wanted to make sure that the stickers weren't like falling off and I didn't realize it and got stuck to something else. So protecting the integrity of my cover and everything. Um, I will film a final flip through video of all this, explaining like it'll be after I put my goals in, after I put like the stuff in that I normally track, what's on my trackers and stuff like that for the year. Um, and so I'll explain that flap in that video, but Cliff Notes version, it's a weekly and monthly routine list that I go down to and check while I'm like switching from different weeks to different months and stuff like that. It just tells me to like, oh, move over all of your tasks that weren't completed, stuff like that. I'm a very much a list person, so if I go down the list and it's the same every single month, then I'm good. I know what to do. And I just kind of need that little bit of reminder. The grid spacing piece on there needs to be covered up. I think I did so with a thing of post-it notes because that was grid spacing for, I think, astrology. And that's not what this planner is. And then the front part of that is my inbox, so it's like color coding and stuff like that. But yeah, it's you'll see in a little bit that I make a mistake on this page. I laid down the paper. The paper went wonky. I'm not sure what it had in its poor little mind, but it went. Oh no, the paper didn't go wonky. It was I couldn't close my flap because I put the paper too far over on it. So I realized that I ripped it up. This was brave because normally what I love about this tape runner that I have, it's permanent. What I don't love about this tape runner sometimes is it's permanent. So it was like I've never been able to pull up the scrapbook paper off one of these pages before. It let me. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. It was nice enough to let me do it. So that's I don't know. We've all had that struggle before, but yeah, that's usually not something that this tape runner allows is for you to pull it up and reposition whatever you had before. You'll see a couple times through here that laying down pieces of paper. I've done it and it's like, oh well, that's where it's gonna live now. Like no matter how crooked you are gonna live there. That's just how it's gonna be. And I've learned to accept that over the years. Again, no planner is gonna be perfect or anything. I went through like I think 3 or 4 of these tape runner cartridges. So you're seeing me change it out. One, I had to find them. Um, I recently reorganized my office and couldn't find the freaking tape runners. So yeah, I took 4 tape runners to do this planner setup, and in my opinion, like I glued a decent amount of things in there, but I didn't glue a lot. So it just gives you the realistic expectation of how little like tape is in these tape runners. So we're gonna test out this 8 times speed, I think is what it is. Just because we're past all the housekeeping. This is purely gonna be planner setup afterwards. Um, and I'm just trying to find the washi that I want for this. I do find a nice thing from Simple and Gilded, which is fitting because it's a bow scrapbook paper. Um, and I cut everything down to size to fit the pages and get my tape runner in there to make sure that, again, the washi is secure and it does not come out every single time I open up these pages. Because, again, it's an everyday planner I'm going to be using all the time, and I want to make sure that I don't get frustrated. That's the key with hopefully this planner in 2025 is it lessens my frustration and heightens my productivity. So we'll see how that goes. But I really like the way that these 2 pages turned out. Um, like they matched without matching perfectly. It's just the colors went over without a hitch. And then the deco that I end up choosing for the bow pages, I really, really do like. You'll see me put in like a dashboard, an anime girl. I'm not really sure where I got her from. Somebody's D-stash probably. Loved her. She's cute. She went in. And then on my right hand page, I have a journaling card that I found. I printed a photo of me and my son. I think the photo is from like 2019, but it's my favorite photo of me and him. And then my nameplate from See Amy Draws. On the next 2 pages, it's your year at a glance and a future year that she's given you. I chose to use the future year, cover it up, and put this little envelope on there to use as my letter to my future self. And then this page, guys, I was taking on something I shouldn't have been taking on. It's been so long since I've stamped, and I effed the hell out of this page up. So you'll see in a second that I come back in with some printouts that I had of some perpetual calendars, and I stuck those suckers in quicker than anything to cover up my mistake. Um, and I got these new little zig glue pens. They are amazing. If you've never had them, like I know we are so used to tip-ins on doing the like tape tip-ins. These little glue markers are like the best things ever. They like you can do blue, which is wet, or you can do clear, which is dry. So like once the blue dries a little bit, it'll turn clear. And the clear is for temporary purposes. So that's nice. On this page, I chose to put my goals planner for work because I'm going to use these pages as my project management pages for work. So that was a little tidbit here. And then started my I guess my notes slash like collections in the back. There are so many collections that I want to keep track of this year, and I I needed to make sure that I was only doing them for the first 6 months in this planner because, again, this planner only goes until June, so it serves no purpose for me to put January through December in here if I'm going to have to put July through December in the other one. So these first 2 pages are for my Bible readings. Our church back home in Louisville does like they read less, so they learn more, so they take more time to read the Bible. So you'll never see them do Bibles like Bible reading, like finish the Bible in a year, finish it in 2 years. You'll never see them do that. So I mean, they spent I think almost all year in the Book of Mark this year. So what the pastor will do is he'll choose his main reading, and then he'll give you some other supplemental readings throughout the week that kind of correlate and bring everything kind of full circle to where it um, like shows you that everything's consistent or give you some more history on it or a different point of view. But it's been a nice Bible plan that they've had. I I have to decorate these borders. I just can't. So I found some little um, washi flowers in my journaling setups or journaling stash, I guess, in one of my drawers, and they're lovely. Like I like the way it turns out. This is definitely a trust the process moment because you're just putting a lot of stickers together that kind of, I mean, they don't go together. They do, but they don't. And am I 100% happy with how it turned out? No, but it did what it did. It did what I kind of wanted it to do. But it's one of those. It's pretty. I like it. Is it my favorite? No. But she'll do. And like I said, in 6 months, I get to redecorate another one. So learning curve, learning process, and do differently next planner, I guess. Um, I like using kind of like the overhang method where you cut the tips off the ends or whatever just to make it more look more cohesive because they're not having like a weird ending space on the page. It's just one flat run like a washi tape. So hey guys, we are back for day 2 of filming, hence why my shirt is blue. So I'm just letting you guys know, I know there's going to be some differences and just being upfront with it. So this is a dinner plan tracker that originally had like breakfast, lunch, dinner associated on it and snack. I redid the headers to be January, February, March and a grocery list type thing for like basic foods that we eat. And I just did it as a quarterly thing. I am not one to meal plan, like ever. So I didn't want to set up, like in my collections area, a 6 month meal plan when I have never done it before. So I figured I can commit to 1 quarter. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, I'll redo it for the second quarter. But there are certain things that I know for sure I'm going to stick to in 2025, and there's other ones that I'm testing out. So I don't have as much confidence in those being in my planner. One thing that I do know that is going to be in my planner all the time are these monthly fitness goals. Um, they're just little mini calendars. I'm going to track what workout I did or what planned workout I had and stuff like that. So I printed out 6 of them. They went on to that extra page that just Scribble has after the monthly pages. Um, she stated there that her intention is to give you a space that you can either put like a full monthly calendar and another monthly calendar behind it, or you can use them for like extra trackers, extra monthly lists, stuff like that that you would need. So I did this in my paper test designs whenever I was using it in the A5 undated, and it worked very, very well for me. So I thought I would redo it in this planner. Um, my next collection that I'm putting in here is going to be my body measurements because, of course, 2025 is the year of fitness for me. I have lost 110 pounds, and while you should probably be working out while you do that, so I'm not the spokesperson for doing that. All I did was make sure that I ate less, and in full disclosure, I'm on Wegovy, and it has helped me tremendously. I've tried so hard over the last like 5, 10 years to lose weight, and it wasn't coming off. Like, it was the same 7 pounds would come back and get lost and stuff like that. So I had all my blood work drawn, and apparently I have like some kind of hormone imbalance and something with my thyroid. So they put me on Wegovy. Um, that second page, you saw me try to pull it up. That is where the theory of where it lays, let it sit, with uh, this tape runner. Like I said, it's permanent. I was not about to test that with my Tomoe River paper because that was too thin of a paper for me to try to get to come back up. Um, but like I said before, the stuff that's going in the back of here are going to be for a 6 month basis because you have a second book that is going to be there, for July through December. So I did not put a full year back here. So it's perfect because I'll have my measurements before and after for 6 months, and then I'll have my photos before and after for 6 months, and it's a nice little spread. Of course, I have this washi that I got from, I think, it's from Hobby Lobby like years ago. I think it came out with their Agenda 52 sticker book with the dolls that had like different types of things that they did. But yeah, like whenever I do like the body measurements and stuff like that, I like I'm neither here nor there about my actual physical weight. As long as I like the way I look in the mirror, and the way I feel, I'm perfectly fine with it. The weight for me is more tracking for like doctor's visits and stuff like that. Usually has nothing to do with me personally, because I go by photos. Um, I don't weigh myself often. I think I weigh myself maybe once a month to put it in the tracker, and that's about it. But I go by what my photos show me, because photos are worth 1,000 words when it comes to your weight loss journey and everything else like that. So in this case, I did use whiteout to white out the little gray girl because I wanted something prettier to go there. The whiteout, again, like I said, I will post links to whatever I've used. The whiteout that I used is just a clicker dry whiteout tape runner from Amazon. It came in like 2 or 3 different colors, something like that, with some refills. And then now I'm using that Agenda 52 sticker book that I had mentioned before whenever I was laying down the washi tape. And I decided to add some more stickers for deco just to fill up the white space that we had on these 2 pages. I'm not a no white space person, but I don't like a lot of white space. That's why choosing an A5 this year was kind of a teetering moment for me because it's a lot of space and I didn't really know if I was going to fill it up. So I'm happy with my choice. I think A5 is going to be perfect for me this year based on all the goals that I have that are coming up. I felt like my Bible reading pages had something missing, so I took a couple of those like quote stickers that you get in those Happy Planner sticker books, found them, put them at the bottom of the pages, and it was just 2 quotes that really kind of summed up what I want to feel when I go to those pages. And then now I'm doing like a real quick flip through of the things that I've added in my planner thus far, just so that you can see where we've ended up. I'm pretty sure this is day 3 of me filming, because I see a different colored shirt on. But I did the letters for my letter to my future self on my pocket, off screen, and realized that I didn't have a big E for future. So I went to Hobby Lobby to see if I could find these stickers, and I couldn't find the size. So you'll see me stick down a like medium size E that does not fit. Again, nothing's ever going to be perfect in your stuff. Just live and learn and move on. Uh, I had printed off my year at a glance. I created this using a couple different things from a shop on Etsy, and then like doctoring it in Canva. But I printed it on regular white copy paper because the year at a glance is already printed out in my planner. So if I put Tomoe River paper down there, I would have had to either white out the entire calendar and everything, or you would have seen through the Tomoe River paper. So we didn't want to play that game. We just put on regular copy paper and went about our day. And it was pretty. It's gorgeous. Like, I love it. Um, then we moved on to the rest of my collections. My next two pages are going to be my reading tracker for, again, the first 6 months of the year. So I found a pretty little bookshelf printable and then a actual like reading tracker that you do the title, author, and like number of stars. Um, I bought some stamps that were like stars and then like the little chili pepper because I read a lot of, I guess, smut. Um, but my stamping fiasco that happened earlier, I'm kind of worried about that'll happen again, and I'll have to look at it. So, if anything, I'll just use the chili peppers like in a darker tone and just go over the stars on this section. But and this is one of those pages that did not lay nice and straight that I just kind of moved on from. I put a movie and a series tracker in here. I'm big on movies, I always have been. I used to work in Blockbuster years ago, so, and I've got a 7-year-old, so there's a lot of movies that he wants to see. So the movie list and the series tracker that I'm putting in here isn't necessarily stuff that I have watched. I'll indicate it on the tracker, like when we watched it or if we watched it, but it's also going to be a to watch type thing. So for the movie log, if I'm putting it in there for something to watch, I'll put it in there without the date, and I'll put the date on when we have actually watched it and completed it. And I believe the series tracker has the same ordeal on it where it has a date on it. So that date will be the end date of me watching, or maybe I'll put a timeline on there. So like to see how long it took us to go from beginning of the series to the end. I have quite a few series that we're watching right now. Some we're rewatching, some we are watching from the beginning. So um, these pages, they are my wellness fitness trackers, I believe. We're gonna find out together. Sure was not. See, look. This is my packing list. Since we live away from family, I thought putting a packing list in here was great because we could go visit a lot. So I need to know my consistent like things that I need to bring. And then these next pages are my Dreamlight Valley trackers. I'm not going to go super in depth in what I'm tracking. I just kind of want to keep track of like the dates that the star paths are happening, and like some of them have deadlines on how long you have to unlock certain characters and everything. So I want a place where I can find that instead of me having to Google it like 15 million times and hope I don't miss the end date. And I don't want it to be on my monthly track or my monthly pages. So I created this little sucker on Canva, had some fun. Honestly, like this planner setup has made me grow more in planning, like in planner setups than like anything has. Um, because I had to take the time to learn how to do some things. Like I've had Canva and I use it very mediocrely just to do like YouTube thumbnails this year. I didn't actually create any documents, and so I learned how to do that. I learned how to finagle with my printer and it like me or not like me. Uh, Also, as a side note, for the stuff that I'm printing and I'm actually putting in my planner, if it is a blank page, like if it's the blank dot grid page and I'm putting these pages and gluing them on, the paper I used was Tomoe River paper. It was a printable Tomoe River paper pages, and that's what I used just to try to keep my book as thin as possible. Now, if it is a page that already has predetermined things on it, like my year at a glance, how that already has all that printed out. Tomoe River paper, unless I whited out that entire page, was not going to cover that up. It would be too thin; you'd see through it. So when it comes to things like that, I printed it just on regular white printer paper, just so that it lessened the time of me having to set up, and I didn't get those washy lines. I don't know how those look over time. I don't know how they behave over time, how they feel when you write, how they do when you put like watercolor or markers over top the page that's on top of it. So we're not testing with it, we're just going with printer paper. Um, you saw me decorate my book log and everything. The washi tape that was in that was from Planner Monkey Co. And now I am trying to find, I know I've had it, so I don't know what happened to it, but I had some washi tape that was like the movie reel type look. Don't know where it went. Have no clue. Like that was one of my favorite washies ever, but couldn't find it. So then I had to spend some time trying to find something that was suitable for movies and series. Because I try to make it to where my washi tape, when it comes to these back sections, kind of correlates to what's going on. So I'm using some washi from Tickle Pink Planning, or it's been a hot minute. I've had this washi forever. Again, Washi Hoarder Anonymous here. Um, but I've had this washi forever. But it's so cute because it's a girl that looks like she's in like a snuggie, has her house slippers, has pillows, all that lovely stuff. So I mean, that just, if that doesn't scream movie and TV watching vibes, I don't know what will. So that was perfect, and that's what we went with. And she's cute. She's cute. But I'm still kind of mad that I can't find that one thing of washi, and it's not hidden anywhere. So maybe I threw it away. Maybe I used it all. Who knows? Um, when I use washi tape, I don't like using straight edges. I never have. It just kind of feels like it's just, I don't know. So I don't know, just clean cut. I'm clean cut about a lot of things, but when it comes to washi tape, I kind of want like the rough edges. I think it gives it something, especially with all the printed lines that I have on here. It just kind of gives you a little flair, I guess. I don't know. In this session, we're gonna go fast, boy. I made some last minute decisions with that tape, and it's harder than hell to get it off the backing. So the washi tape that I put on here is from C. Amy Draws. It's her Baymax Disney Villain collection. And then the one that I put down the center is from Frank Cartzu. I believe it's from the Sailor Moon collection. I got to use some of my beautiful CoffeeMonsterzCo washi. It's the Maps one with it's traveling, so perfect for my packing list. And then I couldn't get by without putting these girls in there. It's pet tape. This is the pet tape that is causing this to be at like 20 speed. It's pet tape from Fayware. It's from Amazon. I'll link it below. But these girls are gorgeous. It's called Iridescent Collection. So they had books they needed to go in there. And then while I was cutting them up, I found three that reminded me of some Disney princesses. So you got Tiana and Jasmine and Elsa doing the whole book thing. Funnily enough, I couldn't find one that looked like Belle, so that just kind of seems like I don't know, a controversy in and of itself, but it is what it is. I went through my die cuts to find some more things to decorate with, found my CoffeeMonsterzCo traveling one, and I wanted to find something for my movies and shows, so I found a friend sticker, and then I decided to pull my Studio Adorkable binder and got a sticker from there, and started to lay down my Disney stickers that are from her because she used to do a lot of fan art for these movies and such that she no longer does, so I've just been kind of hoarding them over the years. Getting this planner into that Coach cover took way longer than expected. Again, I thought it was because the cover was the planner itself has a soft cover on it. Turns out there's a tag in that back pocket from Coach that gets in the way severely. Once I found that out, I was able to get it in successfully. But I'm just going through here and putting some final touches of stuff that's moved with me into every single planner I've ever had. I like having the personal touches and just seeing pictures of people that I love and like decoration and cards that have followed me through the years. But I really like how this turned out. I hope you did too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you later. Thanks.